really essential that when the mediation begins, that you can absolutely assure the parties about your empathy for all parties' views. That you as a mediator are neutral, you are as a mediator, So once you've gone through the formal introductions, you need to explain your role as a mediator. You're not there as an arbitrator, you are there to facilitate them coming to an agreement. Particularly important in the places of harassment or discrimination, because there are going to be ongoing relationships. You cannot put forward a proposition that if this is not resolved, then there's going to be dire consequences. You have to get the parties to understand that they will agree to disagree and to move on in a good, working, harmonious relationship to the extent that is possible. So once the parties have an understanding of that environment, then it's incumbent upon the mediator to let all parties put forward how they feel about the particular incidents which have occurred. So from the person who, for example, has felt harassed, really important to allow them to do it. And quite often this will involve, in my experience, significant emotion being on the table. And you know, you may have periods where people are visibly upset about it, and you have to be able to assure the people that that is a natural reaction, and that in a sense is going to be a helpful process to enable the other party to understand the perceived hurt and anguish being caused by another party's actions. Once you have that situation, then it's absolutely important that you as a mediator ensure there is a balanced opportunity for all parties involved in the process. So that is to make sure to reassure parties that they will have an opportunity to respond in a respectful way. They will have an opportunity to differ in terms of perhaps how they perceive the actions might occur, but ultimately you want the parties to be able to absorb each other party's feelings and views and then to reflect upon it. I often think my role as a mediator is more as a composer than a controller. So I've got the symphony there. I have the parties who know how they fit into a workplace. They are expert in their own fields. They are both capable of a whole raft of emotions. My role as a composer is to make sure that there's harmony between the parties, which ultimately leads to outcomes. And touch wood, so far to date, I have had very, very strong success in reaching harmonious and good outcomes when it comes to those sorts of mediations.